Alright mates, here I have one interesting piece of a smartphone. So what's even in it? Well, not only this is a Chinese model intended for internal Chinese market. Well, I'll definitely have some hassle setting it up, but also, and much more important, this is one of the younger brother of Vivo brand. IQOO is a sub-brand of Vivo for Chinese market, and in turn, Neo is a sub-flagship of IQOO. So overall, it's quite deep down the rabbit hole of a Vivo brand, and Vivo phones are well known. So I know a lot of Vivo phones which manage to very well combine software and hardware in a very versatile way. So shortly, Vivo phones are one of the best value for their money, for their price. Well, let's unpack it. Well, let's quickly see what we've got in the box. The model is obviously IQOO Neo 9 Pro, and this Pro suffix had its meaning. It's majorly the... oh, right, I'll tell you later. It's a processor and cameras. The phone itself is a big one, 6.8 inches diagonally, and the screen is absolutely flat, which I love, because this way the screen is bigger. And yep, voila, we've got some beautiful color design of the back. It's two colors, gray and red. I wouldn't say it's the most beautiful phone in the world, but anyway, it's eye-catching. Is it heavy and chunky? No, it's not heavy, and it's absolutely nice and comfortable to hold. But sure, I'll unpack it. What else do we have here? The paperwork. Who needs it? Well, the case. The case plays quite an important role, because yeah, you definitely need some protection from dust or whatever, your fingerprints. And the case is absolutely a simple silicone one, but I love it. What else? The charger cable, USB-C and USB-C both sides. I love it. And damn it, the charger brick is huge. It's almost yeah, it's almost of the same weight as the phone itself, but I'll be honest with you, I never charge with the original charger. Another big believer in fast charging, call me old school anyway. Okay, let's go further to unpacking and seeing what we have. Let's have a closer look on the design. Like I already said, it's a big one, 6.8 inches diagonally, and more important, the aspect ratio is 20:9, which means it's wide enough to comfortably view what's on your screen. Yeah, the central hole for the front camera, it's quite conventional for nowadays. Absolutely flat screen, which I admire. With any kind of curves, anyway, you'll get some distractions, some distortions of your view. The backplate is much more interesting itself. The finish is leather looking like, but it's definitely not a real leather. Yep, it's vegan one. And two huge, enormous camera bumps. Just remember the Samsung S24 Ultra having much smaller camera modules on its back, but Samsung is a well-known camera phone. So, but I don't care much about the camera model size. I just need the quality of photo and video made by my phone. Yep, the weight is almost 200 grams. Is it comfortable? Isn't it too heavy? It is not. Yeah, it's absolutely comfortable to grip, but that's it for the design. Let's boot it on and try to set up a Chinese phone. And once the phone boots up, yeah, wait a second, I'm making you wait for a reason. Once the phone boots up, firstly, you see what? Yeah, this terrifying picture. Everything is in Chinese and there is nowhere like a button or a setting for a language, but don't worry, I've got your back. Here is this button. Yeah, it's in a small font, but once we tap on it, we see that there is quite a wide range of European languages, yeah, European alongside some other Arabic or whatever languages, and I choose English, and we getting started, and everything looks pretty fine, but now let's see what is the hassle that I was talking about. Once you're in the system, you got again a feeling of being a Chinese person because you've got a proper bunch of Chinese bloatware. I can't say it any other way because not only are they on the whole screen, the whole lot of Chinese applications, but also they're collected into some folders, media and reading, and yet they propose other Chinese applications. That's hell. Recommended applications, but the real thing that could bother you is no sign of Google whatsoever. Absolutely no. Nope. What you have to do is go straight to the V App Store, which is a native applications storage, and here you go. Yeah, the keyboard is also a Chinese one. You need to switch the input method to English one. Oh, here we go. And what we do is simply search for Play Store search, and yep, here we go. Update. Why update if when I don't see it anyway in any form or shape? Installing and open. Enable Google Basic Search. So everything is included, but it's somehow hidden in the settings. Okay, and yep, here I am having the Google Play. That's only needs to further signing in, but we yet have to fight to clean up the system of those Chinese whatever they are, including maps. So we've got work to do. These very quick and very simple, extremely simple steps. We've got the full Google services pack, including fully functional Play Store. Let's check if it works. Yes, I've just logged in, and what I need at first hand is the normal regular keyboard instead of this Chinese one. Okay, I use the Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard. I just tap install and let's check if it's been downloaded. Anyway, yeah, it is. And yeah, it works absolutely perfectly. But the task for now is to get rid of all those Chinese things. Okay, I can't even call their names. What do we do for that? Simply hold the empty space whenever on the home screen, and we just tick all the unnecessary applications, and we've got this simple button named uninstall. Yes, the same for all those absolutely redundant and bloatware things. Is this uninstall available? Yes, uninstall. So the same we do for all the rest of the Chinese bloatware. Here we go, uninstall. Yes, I definitely want. So this way you do go on and go on, and voila, you got yourself almost a global phone. Right, let's get down to the specs, because specs here are the major selling point, and they are massively powerful on the proper flagship level, absolute flagship. Starting with the processor, Dimensity 9300, which is the current, still in the mid-2024 current flagship from MediaTek, but not only the processor is on the true flagship level, we also have RAM of 12 GB of LPDDR5X RAM, which is the latest and fastest 5X generation of the RAM available for the day, along with the flash or internal memory, which is UFS 4.0. There is no specification, but it's 4.0, so both RAM and internal memory are absolutely flagship ones. Next up, the system. The system here is obviously latest and freshest Android 14, and This phone, as any of other IQOO phones, will receive at least 2 major Android updates. Yes, 2 may sound not so promising as 7 from Samsung's flagship, but do you use the very same phone for 7 years in a row? I don't, you probably don't as well, I don't know, but I'm fine with at least 2 Android updates. Again, not the very common situation for mid-rangers, some of them only support 1 major Android updates. Next up, the screen. The screen is absolutely gorgeous. Not only it is an AMOLED screen, which is quite casual for nowadays, but also it's one of the most vivid, brightest, and I don't know, eye-friendly. I'm on the not on dark mode for a reason, to check myself and to show you that there is no flickering whatsoever, so eye protection is on the top level. But also, which is absolutely rare case for mid-rangers, it embeds an LTPO technology. You see that it can go down with a frequency to 1 Hz, which is absolutely power efficient, and it also says extremely high of the screen quality, so great screen by any means. Next stop, the camera. Oh, the camera was a pleasant surprise even for me, experienced user of Chinese phones, because the main sensor here is the absolute flagship Sony IMX920. Why is it flagship? Because the same sensor is installed in the known camera phone flagship Vivo X100, has the very same IMX 920, but also, again, also not very common thing for a mid-ranger, it accompanied with the ultra-wide another 50 megapixel Gen 1 from Samsung, which is absolutely rare thing for a mid-ranger, and that means that it will be taking 4K videos. So 4K video can be filmed with even the ultra-wide shooter, which is quite rare. And I already took a sample photo using the 5x digital. There is no zoom lens, no periscope lens, 5x digital zoom photo, and I'm more than chuffed and pleased. Here is the same photo with the Honor Magic VS, a foldable phone having optical zoom, but here with a digital zoom I can see much more details than with this one, and this has 4 times of its price. It's 1,500 euros and this is only 400, but photos are great by any means, by any standards, especially as for the mid-ranger it's quite higher than the standard mid-range phone. Again, the battery is quite casual, 5160 mAh, so big enough to hold at least the full day of heavy usage. Also, we have an outstanding thing here for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi had the version 7. Again, quite rare for mid-rangers. I say quite rare too many times, right? But it's true. I've got nothing to hide from you. Again, let's check how it works with the, for example, NFC. Being a Chinese phone could have problems with the global technologies like contactless payments, and we switch the NFC on and we clearly see that even by default it provides Google Pay as the application for contactless payments. So I don't know, apart from not having any announced waterproof standard, maybe it has some, and not having the third zoom or periscope lens, but we already seen that it takes great photos even with the digital zoom. So overall characteristics are top level by any means and quite and above the mid-ranger level. Okay, but what about the software, as this phone is designed and intended for internal Chinese market only, not for global sales? The question here is it even usable, not even talking about comfort experience, comfortable usage? Well, the short answer is absolutely yes, and I've got an experience with many Chinese phones, but specifically with IQOOs, I've got several years experience so far, and yes, I'm absolutely fine and comfortable with them. But okay, let's go step by step. First of all, are there any restrictions as for global usage? Yes, I'm honest. Yes, there are exactly two restrictions. First of all, Android Auto will not work with any of IQOO phones. And secondly, the voice assistant, the Google voice assistant will not work. You can't use commands like hey Google or okay Google, that work over here, but the application itself, the Google search and Google Assistant, works fine even with the voice, but you need to go to the application to enter it. Okay, that's it. On the other hand, are there any problems with the Chinese applications or Chinese bloatware? Well, apart from all the applications I easily uninstall in bunches and one by one, whatever, there are a few, very few applications you can't uninstall, like the App Store, which is an essential thing in the system. You can't uninstall it, but you simply hold the icon where it appeared on the home screen. I don't want that. Simply go to the application settings and first of all disable the notifications not to bother you and retract all the permissions. The same you can do for like browser, the embedded browser. You can't uninstall it. Hold the icon, go to app info, which is the application settings. Basically you withdraw all the permissions and you disable notifications, and you can easily forget about it. That's it. So we're done with that. What about the notifications from all the global applications? Well, I already checked it with Telegram, with Gmail, with YouTube. All the notifications, I tell you absolutely honestly, come through absolutely in time. No delays whatsoever. I compared those with notifications on my Honor Magic Quest, which is a global model. No difference in time when notifications come. They come through absolutely easily. They even appear on the lock screen. You see that here is the YouTube. I can control the YouTube playback right here, and even the notifications from like Telegram. I've only so far got the Telegram. Here the notification comes here, and yeah, you can even choose whenever you want or you don't want to see the text of the notification, so the matter of privacy, whatever. So no problems with notifications whatsoever. What else could be interesting in the system, but those are not core features. I'll call them like tricks or advantages or whatever. First of all, I use quite a number of widgets. Here in IQOO phones they call Origin Kits, but they're basically the simple the widgets. I use like counting steps, the weather widget, the music player widget. What else could I use? Maybe some else. And yeah, they are very useful for me personally, maybe not for you. Also, you have this nice feature like resizable folders or resizable individual icons. You see that I can do everything, and I like playing with the system. Maybe that's a child speaking in me. What else? I like also setting up or tuning up the interface, because you interact with the interface each and every day. So you tap and hold any blank space, you go to these shortcuts, mood cube, and you have the cube with all the basic settings for the interface, like icon style. I like this monochrome style, looking like nothing font, but I don't know who the first. Let's don't get too deep into it. The same for wallpapers, even for the always on display, you can set up all the notifications. So basically, that's only a very short overview, that's not a review. I don't experience any problem whatsoever, and both hardware and software wise, I'm absolutely satisfied with this phone. Right, that's basically it. And at the end of the day, it went out to be almost a full review. However, it's definitely not. I didn't cover some essential things, areas like camera's behavior and all the modes, including front camera. I didn't touch that, as well as gaming, as it is a gaming beast, a real gaming beast. However, I believe that was quite informative, and now we all know that that's not so frightening to get yourself a real good, not the cheapest one, but a real good Chinese phone. And overall, I love it, and I can recommend for anyone to use specifically the IQOO Neo Pro versions, as well as IQOO flagships. There are IQOO flagships. So all in all, the phone is gorgeous, and it's really the best, one of the best value for the money. But maybe you want to know some deeper details, some further information about the phone, or whatever questions you have, please leave them down in the comments. I'll be glad to keep in touch with you. See ya!